Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk and troglodytes. How you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, today we're out in Tintwistle near Glossop and we're near a place called Arnfield Reservoir, and I'm going to be going on a walk through Swallow Wood, and then when I get through there we'll be going on to Devil's Bridge and then on to Ogden Brook. And yeah, I've not been here for a long time and part of this route I've not done before, so I'm looking forward to doing it and taking you guys with me. So how you're all doing anyway? I hope you're all doing well. I was intending to come out for a walk yesterday originally, but I ended up not doing it yesterday because I just had a lot of things that needed doing, a lot of important things, and I was quite stressed with it all, and I had that stress hanging over me, so I wasn't really in the mood to do a walk. I've done most of what I needed to do now, so a lot of that stress is off, and today just a bit of residual stress, so I thought let's get out somewhere nice and get into a bit of nature and get rid of some of that stress that's left over from yesterday. So a lot of people make the misconception with walking, it's all about these famous walks like Snowdon or Ben Nevis or Kinder Scout and all these famous places you hear about. And whilst those walks are nice and the good walks, people are missing out on all the many miles of great local walks. And I encourage you to find out the great places that will be near you and go out and walk on those. So the reason I chose this walk today, besides being a local walk, is you've got beautiful woodland, which is always really relaxing for me. You've got a bit of a countryside and you've got a little bit of moorland on the same walk. So it's just a nice bit of area to relax and chill out in. So that's the benefit of having a decent pair of boots. These are army surplus Austrian jungle boots, and they're actually waterproof like a lot of army boots are to a certain degree. So yeah, I can go through small streams and stuff like that, you know, as long as it's not too deep. That's nice. Some scarlet elf cups. Interesting fungi. So we've got an interesting bridge coming up here, some steep steps down and a bridge across. So we're kind of on like a wooded hillside on a path going through these woods at the moment. So if you're in the greater Manchester area, I suggest you come here if you want a nice quiet walk one day. It's also suitable to bring kids along, or you know, if you've got dogs, bring those along. Yeah, it's one of those hidden gems that if you don't know about it, you never do. Right, just on to the next section of this walk now. And now we're going to be going over a bit of pasture fields, making our way to Devil's Bridge. Now, Devil's Bridge in Tintwistle, it's a bit of an enigma. I've searched all over the internet and I can't find anything about why it's called Devil's Bridge. If any of you guys know why Devil's Bridge at Tintwistle is called what it is, let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. All that I can say is traditionally a lot of these places that are called Devil's this and Devil's that, like stone circles, the Devil's Circle, and a lot of the time it was because it was a pagan site before and they wanted to put people off the old pagan ways by, you know, associating it with the devil. So we've got Devil's Bridge, and not far away from here in Glossop we've got Doctor's Gate, where there's an old tale of the devil chasing a doctor on his horse. And also not far from there we've got Devil's Elbow, which is a place steeped in a supernatural history and tales. So this is one of 3 things in the area that I know of that's associated with the devil, as the Christians called it. So if I show you behind me, that's Swallow's Wood. I'm just coming across this field here, And we come to this stile. Now you want to cross over this to go up Devil's Bridge and then work your way down to the stream. So here we have the modern footbridge going over Arnfield Brook. If I come down here, this is actually what's known as Devil's Bridge. It's just like the rock making like a little weir going across Arnfield Brook, but you could cross that. So I don't know if this is really silly, but I'm going to attempt to cross Devil's Bridge, the old actual real Devil's Bridge. Right, I'm halfway across. Let's see if I can do the last tricky bit. I reckon. Right, I'm over. Had a bit of a jump and a skip. So I had a bit of a jump and a skip, but I've just crossed Devil's Bridge the old way, probably what's been crossed for hundreds, if not thousands of years by people. So I'm just going to follow Arnfield Brook up this way. So this is actually the part of the walk that I've not done before, so I'm a bit uncertain, but I reckon I'll come out to these bridges that I know further up if I follow along this way. And there's kind of a well-worn track-ish along the river, so we'll follow that. As you can see here, all the grass has been worn down, so people hopefully do come this way. Wow, look at this natural channel cut through the rock by the water. Almost like a natural water slide. I bet some people have tried it. I wouldn't like to try it in a pair of trunks though. You'd need something underneath you, I think. You know, you're getting into really wild, rocky country now. We're just on the edge of the moor. So that route got a bit more difficult the further I went. I had to cross the river a few times, like using the odd stone in the stream as a stepping stone, and there's a couple of fences to climb. So for that reason, I wouldn't recommend that route to anybody. So just showing you a bit of the ground on this route, you can see, you know, it's not the easiest, so I wouldn't recommend it in case anyone slips and breaks an ankle or something. So we're now at these bridges. I know this area, I've been here before. So we've got this bridge here, and we've got a stone bridge a bit further up. Now at one point I did think this was Devil's Bridge, but it's not. We showed you Devil's Bridge earlier, but still it's another bridge. And over the other side of this bridge, that will lead you towards the reservoirs at Staley Bridge eventually. Now looking up this way, up and over that hill, that would lead you back into Tintwistle eventually. So the question is, do I walk back over the moor that way to Staley Bridge down by the reservoirs, or do I go over the moor past the farm this way, where I eventually come out to Tintwistle and I can go to the Bull's Head pub for a nice crisp pint of cider? I'll let you guess where I'm going. Right, I just need to make my way up this hill up here, past these sheep looking on with mild-eyed interest. So did you guess right? Yeah, I'm going to the pub for a pint of cider. I'm going to sit down after this little walk. Just need to make it over this little hill, and once we're over this hill it's all downhill and easy for the last mile or two to the pub. So I think I'm going to wrap this video up for today now. I mean, seeing as this weekend I was having a real difficult time trying to motivate myself to get out for a walk because I was stressed. I did manage to get out today, and I feel much more relaxed than I did before I come out. And it just goes without saying that sometimes when you need a walk the most, you can find it really difficult to actually get out, but it is worthwhile when you can do. So thanks for coming with me. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care now. Bye.